Alright, and we are back. And I am back once again for another top 8 match. So I'll be joining Justin this time with Shang sitting this one out. And we'll be casting a match between Ericsson Marquez from the Philippines against Derek Lee from Singapore.
Yeah, and I believe these two have actually met in the Swiss rounds before. Matthew having lost to Derek in that set. But them having fought before makes me believe that they should probably know each other's teams pretty familiar by now.
Yes, I'm inclined to think that might be slightly to more Derek's favor, because as we saw in Swiss, the last round of Swiss to be precise, when Matthew actually pulled it out against Emil, in the last round of Swiss to make it into top cut, we saw that his team has very specific speed numbers to play under trick room, or out of trick room for that matter.
Yep.
And if at this point Derek has recognized that and can plan accordingly, which Emil was unable to and caught him off guard, which cost him the set. But Derek will be more prepared this time around.
Yeah, definitely. And Matthew's team also a bit more straightforward, but we're looking at Derek's team first. He does have the Ferroton, Smeargle, Groudon, Kangaskhan, Salamence, and Dialga.
Alright, his opponent, Matthew Ericsson Marquez, will be packing a team of Xerneas, Kangaskhan, Whimsicott, Meowstic, Groudon, and Weavile.
Yeah.
As we saw in Swiss yesterday for that matter, a big part of Matthew's team is the gravity usage.
Yes.
He has shown a tendency to be sacking his Meowstic as early in the game as possible, to pull off that very crucial gravity, get Whimsicott in, and start traumatizing his opponent with that 92% Grass Whistle.
Yeah,
priority Grass Whistle.
Not only that, I believe his Meowstic does have the option of Swagger, so the Groudon can get an attack boost as well.
And crucially, we know that the Meowstic carries Safeguard in order to allow itself and the Whimsicott to swagger its own partners freely.
Yes.
But it also means Derek is going to have very strong disinclination not to bring that Smeargle of his own.
Yeah, and the last move that I want to bring attention to is Meowstic having the Trick Room. So, I mean, if Dialga does set a Trick Room and Meowstic is on the field, does have the option to reverse the Trick Room as well.
Yeah, I'm actually wondering which player wants Trick Room more. It should be pointed out that if Trick Room does go up, you would expect Derek to have the slowest Pokémon on the field, which is the Ferroton. But as users, Derek's team kind of screams dual mode, so both a fast and a slow mode. Whereas we saw yesterday that Ericsson's team has a very strong focus on that Trick Room.
Yeah, and
even his Kangaskhan is slow. I believe a Brave 0 Kangaskhan.
Yes.
Very rare at this point in the format,
but
which caught Emil off guard.
Ferroton here facing down a Groudon is not something that you want as well. And there's no rain option on either Derek's side either. So we do see Derek go with the Groudon Kangaskhan here.
And it is the Weavile and the Meowstic coming out for Ericsson's side of the field. So, fake out pressure on both sides of the field, Weavile having the faster fake out. And no matter how much Ericsson's team would want to use Trick Room, you expect the Weavile to be running at max speed.
Definitely. And well, maybe Derek wants to go for an inner focus fake out play here.
Yeah, that's definitely an option yet, especially since Whimsicott is not around. And seeing that both Weavile and Meowstic on the field right now, I kind of expect Ericsson to not have brought Whimsicott at all, because if he did bring it, I really worry for his offense in this game.
And well, Derek has the opportunity, if this Groudon is left unchecked, to fire off a Precipice Blades here, get off as much damage as possible. So definitely, this setup is in favor for Derek.
Yeah, it's not an ideal situation. You don't really want to fake out the Kangaskhan because of the inner focus potential.
Yep.
Yeah, at the same time, leaving it alone probably means you lose either your Meowstic or your Weavile. But the fake out does come out onto the Groudon, Ericsson recognizing that the threat of Precipice Blades is a lot bigger. And Kangaskhan does review the inner focus play and will fake out the Meowstic. So we have a neutral start to this game.
And Kangaskhan should be going Mega next turn. Weavile, not sure if he wants to stick around. Icicle Crash shouldn't do too much to Groudon. I believe he's only neutral. Maybe a low kick on the Kangaskhan.
Yeah, I think at most if Weavile carries the low kick, that's what he wants to go for here. There's nothing to knock off on the field. And Ericsson really doesn't want to switch anything into a Precipice Blades because he has nothing on his team which can really absorb that hit.
Yes, and I don't know whether Gravity is the option for him to go here.
Gravity won't hurt him in the sense that he has no Pokemon that are not immune to ground. So it's not like he's letting anything that will be immune to ground get hit by it.
That is true. I mean, but if he has the Whimsicott in the back with the Grass Whistle to abuse it, then his offense...
Oh, we do see the fling. We do see the King's Rock fling. He will get a second flinch onto the Groudon and a bit more damage as well. So the Groudon will be pinned down for another turn, but Double Edge comes out. And Whimsicott... What did Whimsicott go for actually?
No,
it's going for the Trick Room, isn't it? The Meowstic. Oh, Meowstic is going last. It's going for the Trick Room.
And Groudon flinches here. And
yes, we do see the Trick Room
is
come
set
up.
up.
But at the same time, Ericsson's kind of stuck in the vine here. This is the one turn where he's kind of totally dead. The Weezor is unlikely to carry under any priority attacks other than maybe the Feint. And if he does carry Feint, that's a really support-oriented Weavile set with
Yes.
Fake Out, Fling, and Feint. And the Meowstic probably wants to safeguard in hopes that he can survive and let something else get swaggered later on.
I don't think it's gonna survive this turn. And
But the thing is, does Derek want to let it survive? Derek kind of to pick his targets here because he doesn't want anything to come in. He doesn't want two sweepers to hit the field under Trick Room at the same time.
what are the two options here actually? If we look at it, maybe it's a Kangaskhan, Groudon, and Ericsson side.
Yeah, I believe it is a Kangaskhan Groudon to abuse the Trick Room. So Derek really has to pick his poison as to who he wants to keep alive. I think the Weavile is the one you want to leave alone.
And he draws the Kangaskhan here, sends in the Dialga.
Who is probably the slowest thing on the Trick Room right now.
And
As Gravity will come out from the Meowstic. And is Weavile going to reveal one last trick? Or the Eruption comes out, is Weavile Sash?
no, it's not. He flung the King.
Oh, in front of the King Shrub. Right, the Weavile will go down, as does the Meowstic, but I'm not entirely sure that's not what Ericsson wanted. He does get two sweepers in for free under Trick Room on the first turn of Gravity and the second turn of Trick
Yeah,
Room.
but on Matthew's side, it's going to be a very high risk, high reward because Derek still has his full team to slowly chip away at whatever two mons Ericsson has at the back, and he does show the Whimsicott.
And the Groudon. So it is going to be a Whimsicott. He does have Gravity to throw Grass Whistle out. And barring the Lum Berry on the Dialga, but even if it is Lum, can it absorb a Precipice Blades from Ericsson's Groudon?
A bit
As you've seen,
suspect.
it is fully attack invested.
Yeah, if it can though, I mean Dialga does have Earth Power.
I mean, the other question about Derek is, if it is zero speed Groudon on the opposing side of the field, is his own Dialga at zero speed as well? Because then we'll be looking at a speed tie under Trick Room. Oh well, our Trick Room as well if it is a speed tie.
Yeah, and well, Grass Whistle also being threatening here.
Yeah, Grass Whistle
92%.
onto the Dialga is the most obvious play because you really, that's the one thing that you expect to be slower than you, or potentially slower than you. Whereas the Groudon, it looks fast, it's been chipped slightly, it's probably in range of a damage roll for the Precipice Blades. Especially, but of course Whimsicott could go for the Swagger on itself.
And Groudon retreats here, sending in the Kangaskhan. Very strange.
He's hoping to get some fresh fake out pressure, but Tailwind
What?
coming out from the Whimsicott.
Under
Is he
Trick
expecting
Room?
Derek to reverse the Trick Room?
That has to be what he's thinking.
And it looks like Derek might have played into it.
Yeah,
We're
I
about
mean
to find
Dialga
out,
actually.
but Dialga actually goes down.
Oh.
So, well, Ericsson just set up Tailwind under his own Trick Room.
Okay, so now.
But the thing is, if the Groudon is a brave zero speed Groudon, and the Kangaskhan is a jolly max speed Kangaskhan, Groudon under Tailwind is actually still slower than Kangaskhan.
Yeah,
So
but I'm not sure if
Ericsson
it's-
still is coming out ahead. But
I'm not
that
sure
was
it's
a
going to be
strange play.
slower than Derek's own Groudon.
Oh, but yes, the Groudon would be now. Yeah, actually, I'm not entirely certain. No, actually, no. If the Groudon is a zero speed Groudon, at double its speed, it's still actually slower than max speed Groudon.
Okay.
But Derek views the Smeargle, and if it is the slower Smeargle built to abuse Trick Room and underspeed Primals, Ericsson could be in for a hard time.
Yeah, but Ericsson does have, could just go for the Grass Whistle on the Smeargle to put it to sleep.
But Derek does have a fresh fake out ready to go.
That is true, yes. So now, Derek in control for this turn. Very strange play. I mean, Dialga being KO and Tailwind under Trick Room is not something you see every day.
Yeah, I kind of wonder if he thought that the Dialga was Sugar Berry and would absorb the Precipice Blades.
I don't know because
And Smeargle does reveal it is the slower variant. Or maybe it is regular Smeargle and the Tailwind just screwed Ericsson over.
I mean, these players have fought before, so they should know. So, I mean, there's no reason for Ericsson to assume the Sugar on the Dialga unless Derek has not bought Dialga at all during the Swiss
And
battles.
Ericsson must be really ruining that missed opportunity to press the safeguard button.
Yeah, and Moody here getting accuracy boost,
Well,
but the
Smeargle's
damage
not
is
gonna
already
miss.
done.
Right, so I believe Smeargle moved before the Groudon that turn.
At this point,
So the Whimsicott is going to take a guaranteed turn of sleep because it flinched before it slept. But the Groudon has a chance of waking up and will outspeed the Kangaskhan. So that's still in play.
that's assuming he wakes up, and Kangaskhan looks set to take out the Whimsicott and bring Matthew's Groudon to face his remaining three. Or actually two, the Kangaskhan should take itself out in his recoil as well.
That is also true, and Derek will be left with his own Groudon. As Smeargle will retreat, not having done his job, Dark Void has gone off. Groudon coming in, but if Groudon wakes up on Ericsson's side of the field and gets off the Precipice Blades, they could be over. As Kangaskhan actually Oh, the Tailwind actually makes the Groudon faster than Kangaskhan. As WH will pick up the Whimsicott, not wanting to deal with any more Grass Whistles.
Yeah.
But Groudon has a chance of waking up this turn.
And if it does wake up and
It's going to
gets
be a
off the
single
attack,
target Precipice Blades.
Yes.
It's going to be a KO.
So does Matthew's Groudon.
Oh, he stays asleep for one more turn. Crucially, as Trick Room runs out though.
Is Tailwind still in
And
effect,
Tailwind
though?
is still up. One more turn of Tailwind, but Derek could stall it out with a Protect.
I mean, if the Smeargle has fake out, there is another way for him to stall it out as well.
Oh yeah, Smeargle doesn't actually mind that Fake Out. And if it is a session, Groudon should be able to take that one turn to Protect and Dark Void. As Groudon will stay
takes
asleep,
one more turn of
takes one
sleep.
more turn of sleep. Potentially trying to Protect, I think. As Fake Out goes off, and Derek will get the Earth Power. It should be a clean 1-hit KO on Ericsson's own Groudon. Which it does, with the chip from Fake Out.
So
With a
that-
crit though, so if Ericsson did EV to survive, that would be a harsh thing to take.
Well,
Though if he is fully invested in attack, he doesn't have enough defense if EV is left to actually survive Earth Power.
Derek takes this first game. A bit messy play from Matthew, I say. The speed tier is very wonky with the Trick Room and the Tailwind going up.
I really wonder what happened when these two players played in Swiss.
Yes.
Because clearly Derek must have done something regarding the speed that has totally messed with Ericsson here. Ericsson is definitely very unclear on how the speed situation is in this game. He's really trying everything he can to try and pull out ahead, and it just didn't work for him.
And
So something definitely clearly happened in the Swiss match.
maybe Matthew wants to consider bringing the Xerneas this time. I mean, the Dialga was so handily taken out by the Groudon.
Yeah, the Dialga didn't do much in this game, and we also didn't get to see its item. So you wonder maybe it is the Lump Berry, which could absorb a Grass Whistle, since we didn't see the Sugar Berry come out.
Yes. And I mean, Ferrothorn is a threat for the Xerneas, but you have a Groudon and you have no threat of rain from either side of the field. So a very safe, I would say, for Xerneas to come in and try to potentially sweep.
Yes, and I don't know how aware Ericsson was of Derek's own Smeargle, but the problem is with the Tailwind coming out in Game 1, at this point we're actually not certain what the Smeargle is, whether it is the standard fast Smeargle or it is a slow Smeargle. Alright, so the both players will think about what they want to adjust for Game 2. Derek will be thinking about how the Dialga didn't do much work for him, and Ericsson will be wondering which of his support moves he wants to be bringing out
Definitely.
early.
I mean, the Weavile with the King's Rock Flame was quite big, I think. Giving
did-
a second turn of
He did
flame.
pin Derek down, but Ericsson wasn't really able to get anything out of those turns.
Indeed. And alright, Derek, I believe not switching anything up, staying with the same lead.
It's going to be Xerneas Kangaskhan coming out for Ericsson. So a very big turn actually, because we don't know what Ericsson is running on his Xerneas, whether it is a fast Xerneas. Because if it is a slow bulky Xerneas, Derek is going to be able to erupt on it.
Well, that being said, I do expect the first turn to be quite dead. I mean, they should just maybe fake out Protect, just trade the first turn, burn out that first turn of pressure.
Yes. So actually Ericsson has a decision there. Since he knows that Derek has shown an inclination for the inner focus fake out play, he can try to punish it by low kicking straight away, which would KO a normal form Kangaskhan. As you do see both players staying in non-mega form, going for the exact same play of the inner focus fake out.
Okay, well,
Which also means that next turn, the Kangaskhan are still going to speed die. Oh, actually no, we know for sure that Ericsson does not have the fast Kangaskhan. So Derek's Kangaskhan definitely moving first. But at the same time, since Ericsson is running a bulkier Kangaskhan, Derek cannot KO with low kick.
you see the Mega Evolution here.
But it also means that, barring the fast Xerneas, Ericsson has nothing against the eruption from Derek's side of the field, albeit slightly nerfed by the fake out damage.
Well, we shall see quite shortly. Maybe Xerneas goes for the Protect.
Yeah, the obvious play here is to Protect. Oh, actually, I wonder if the obvious play is to Protect, because that means he is a full power eruption.
Oh, but actually Kangaskhan here goes for the double H.
As the eruption will come out onto Ericsson's Kangaskhan, how much damage is it going to do?
Should take a decent amount, but the bulk pulling through.
As low kick
goes
comes
for the
out
low
and
kick.
will KO Derek's Kangaskhan. It's a KO,
Yes.
it's a KO.
Okay.
Derek is running a fast Kangaskhan, and we know Ericsson is running a brave Kangaskhan.
Well, now Derek down his Kangaskhan, but free to bring in maybe a Smeargle to control the Xerneas a bit.
Though I really wonder about Smeargle here. Derek probably wants more offense to make the Geomancy turn less free for Ericsson. But Derek definitely has a decision to make here. As he pointed out, Smeargle slightly tempting to get off the Dark Void.
Not only that, I think if the Smeargle has the fake out, that's a very good option. I mean,
Yeah,
the
Xerneas is unable to protect this turn.
yes, it's already protected last turn. Without the +2 special defense, should eat a decent amount from
But
Eruption.
Kangaskhan does threaten the Groudon with the Sucker Punch.
That is true.
Yeah, Derek definitely having a very tough choice to make here. He has options, but none of them are particularly attractive, and he does go for the Smeargle.
Maybe he's trying to redirect attention.
No, there's only going to be one attack coming out this turn. And the problem for Derek here is that if the Xerneas is faster and gets off the Geomancy, Eruption is not going to be doing much at all. So definitely it's a very tough choice for Derek here. If he calls Sucker Punch, then he wants to, as he goes for the fake out into the Xerneas, not wanting to do Geomancy. Are we going to see Sucker Punch? Yes, we
will
are.
see Sucker Punch
And he
into
will
the
nerf
Kangaskhan.
Groudon's Eruption damage. Not by much though, still a good chunk, going to do about 40 to 50%, as we do see Xerneas move before the Groudon. So going to be able to Geomancy before the Eruption next turn, as Eruption takes out Kangaskhan.
But now Xerneas in a rather precarious position, down to below 50%.
Yes, as if Smeargle you assume is a regular Sash Smeargle,
okay.
able to fire off a Dark Void and survive a hit.
Yeah,
which
also-
means that if Ericsson brings in his own Groudon here, it's kind of pinned down by Earth Power.
Oh, but we do see the Whimsicott come out on the field. Smeargle did get a drop in accuracy there for a +2 special attack, which doesn't really matter much. And how do we see these two players coming out from here?
The question is, have we really seen Whimsicott's full set? We've seen Swagger, we've seen Grass Whistle. Have we seen anything else? Do we know whether he has Taunt? Presumably he has Encore. And at this point, does he want to Encore the Eruption? I think that's a pretty safe play, right? In case the Groudon carries Precipice Blades.
Maybe, but the Xerneas at this low of a health,
Xerneas will go for the Protect again.
Wow.
And is Ericsson going to fish for Grass Whistle? He's going to go for Encore onto the Smeargle. See, Encoring the fake out. Very good play there. But Eruption will do a good chunk to Whimsicott.
Yep, and will go
Oh, but Groudon goes for Precipice, reviews the Precipice Blades. I don't know if Ericsson knew that.
So not in a very good position for Matthew over here. Precipice Blades threatening the KO, although the Smeargle shouldn't really do much, is it?
Yeah, Smeargle locked down by the Encore.
Yeah, and I don't know, maybe Matthew wants to chance the 50% accuracy Grass Whistle on the
55.
Groudon.
55.
At this point, I think that's a very risky play, but it's the play that gets him the most rewards.
Yes, definitely. By far the most reward. And I think he is going to go for it.
Yeah, the Xerneas getting Geomancy.
Oh, yeah. He has a 55% Grass Whistle or 45% Swagger. I think he wants to go for Grass Whistle.
Oh,
but he goes
actually
for Tailwind.
Okay.
Hoping to keep his Xerneas up. Hoping to outspeed with his own Groudon later on. As Moonblast comes out, unboosted onto Dialga, will do a good chunk of damage. As Precipice Blades will land on Xerneas, will he get the KO?
I believe so, actually, because...
Yeah, it is a fast Xerneas, as we saw. So a fast Xerneas, unable to take the Precipice Blades, will go down, but Ericsson now has a Groudon under Tailwind. And both of Derek's Pokemon are weak to ground.
Yeah, I think Matthew recognized that Xerneas was in no more position to sweep, so decided to at least get off as much damage as possible before going down. And Whimsicott getting off Tailwind, and well, he does still have that risky 55% Grass Whistle
Yeah, it's
option.
definitely live, and at this point in the game, Whimsicott might have nothing else to press.
Yes, and well, Matthew in a very strong position here, looks primed to get rid of both Groudon and...
Yeah, thinking about the problem with Derek here is that he can't protect or he get Encored by Whimsicott. Or actually he can. He has pretty much only one play left in him, which is... No, actually he's pinned down by the Precipice Blades here.
Yeah, we did see earlier that the Precipice Blades was a one-hit KO on the
He
Dialga.
can't bring in Smeargle fresh to fake out, because that would mean he gets pinned down by Encore. It also means he can't fake out the Groudon who will get off Precipice Blades anyway.
So Matthew in a very good position here.
And Dialga actually revealing that it's not Citrus Berry either, since he went down below
So
half.
most likely the Lumberry.
Yeah, at this point we suspect it is a Lumberry. As Groudon will protect in front of the Whimsicott, a very dangerous play to make.
When we do see Grass Whistle go into the Groudon, but it protects.
Precipice Blades into the Dialga will be avoided, as Dialga will go for Trick Room, and Tailwind is still up.
Well...
Derek going for, he's only out in that situation. Missing the P-Blades and cutting the Trick Room off in front of Whimsicott and Groudon.
Yeah, but Matthew's still, I believe, in control here. The Whimsicott free to either Encore the Trick Room or Encore the Protect. So I believe, although Encoring the Protect will be a much better play. The Dialga not posing much of a threat here, I believe.
And Derek only has 1 or 2 turns to abuse that his Trick Room because Tailwind is going to expire for Ericsson's out of field,
Yep.
and we know that Ericsson's Groudon is slower.
And we do see Encore come out. Oh, it actually goes for the Dialga. So Trick Room will be reversed. And at least 3 damage for the Groudon.
But that also means Precipice will come out, will not miss this time, will take out Dialga, and should bring Smeargle to its sash. Oh no, it is the relax. Bulky Smeargle, probably carrying the Mental Herb as well.
Alright, then we do see Groudon for Derek's side come onto the field, but Smeargle with the fresh fake out.
With the fresh fake out, but Tailwind still not expiring on Ericsson's side of the field. One more turn of Tailwind.
Yeah, but I believe with the fake out, pretty safe. Unless what can Matthew do to stop this fake out? I don't think there's anything. There's nothing for him to encore here. If the Smeargle goes for the fake out on the Groudon and Derek's own Groudon goes for Earth Power, it could seal the game quite easily.
Yes, I think Ericsson is going to have to bank on Grass Whistle once again. Yeah, I think the play here, if you expect Smeargle to fake out the Groudon as it should, and the Groudon to Earth Power as well, your only out at that point is to go for the Grass Whistle on your last turn of Tailwind. Because you have 2 shots at it. If you don't land it this turn, you can land it next turn.
And Groudon goes for the Protect here. Will be safe from any attacks this turn. Oh, shows the Wide Guard actually from Smeargle.
Smeargle will go for the Wide Guard to protect. Team as Whimsicott will go for the Swagger into Groudon.
Oh, very risky there.
I'm not sure he's playing the percentages correctly here. Knowing as we do that Swagger can miss. And only has a 45% chance of hitting itself in confusion. I mean, suppose it lasts over longer. Oh, I suppose Ericsson could be going for. The thing is, he Swaggers this turn, gives him a chance for him to be confused next turn as well, and he will Grass Whistle this turn.
Definitely.
Stacking the percentages in his favor.
Yeah, but Smeargle now showing the Wide Guard. So Ericsson does have to go for a single target move onto Derek's own Pokemon.
And if he does, and Smeargle Dark Voids, well, it's actually a very interesting mind game on this turn.
Yes. I mean, I guess the Whimsicott could go for maybe Encore onto...
Oh yeah, Encore onto the Smeargle, so Wide Guard will get Encore.
And go for a
as Groudon will go for the attack. Can Groudon move? Oh, it hurt itself in confusion. As Wide Guard will come out, and I believe Ericsson will be going for the Fire Punch. As he does. So Swagger bailing Ericsson out of a very bad situation.
Definitely. And Matthew pulls ahead in this very clutch play.
Right, so Ericsson will be moving this to a game 3 here, with Derek down only to his Smeargle.
Yep, Whimsicott doing a lot of work actually, and Derek's Dialga not contributing much, I will have to say.
I mean, you really wonder about that 45% play of going for the Swagger to get the confusion on that one crucial turn. But, well, he went for it, it worked for him. So, even though Grass Whistle was 55%, a higher percentage chance, with, I would say, higher payoff, it worked out for him in the end.
Yes. I'm not sure, does Derek have to adjust somehow?
He has to not bring Dialga at this point, I really think.
Okay, but if you look at his team, he's shown inclination to bring the Kangaskhan, the Groudon, the Smeargle. He can't bring the Mans because there's a Kangaskhan already takes out the Mega Slot, so it's really down between the Ferrothorn and Dialga, and between these two, I think he wants to bring the Dialga.
I really wonder. I think Ferrothorn might be able to do some work, especially under Trick Room, if Ericsson does manage to go for it.
And
After all,
I guess...
let's not forget that Dialga and Ferrothorn at this point both get 1-hit killed by this Groudon. So at least Ferrothorn hits Groudon under Trick Room. So the temptation for Derek, of course, is again, Derek must not overcompensate after that end of game 2. It all came down to that once confusion roll, which he didn't win. So he needs to realize that his game plan was fine, just that Ericsson went for that one play that could bail him out and it worked for him. Oh well, it wasn't the one play that could bail him out. Arguably not the best percentage play, but it did bail him out in the end.
Yeah, and Ericsson, I think it actually kind of baited Derek there with the Xerneas here. Kept dangling the Xerneas. Am I going to boost? Am I not? Oh, I'm just kidding. I'm just going to set up Tailwind for my Groudon to sweep. So Derek has to consider that as well.
Yes, Ericsson arguably has more options to choose from, as you pointed out.
Yeah.
Derek really only has the fixed roster to go for.
But it is a very strong fixed roster.
Yes, Eruption showing its strength in this matchup. Even in the face of the Xerneas, who can outspeed with the Geomancy.
But now that Matthew knows that his Xerneas outspeeds the Groudon, should be safe to go for.
And we do see Smeargle Dialga coming out from Derek. A huge adjustment for Derek's side.
Okay. Well, maybe not so much.
As we do see Weavile and Xerneas come out for Ericsson's side of the field.
Oh, I believe Matthew does have an advantage here. Weavile fake out onto the Smeargle. It's a free Xerneas setup. Dialga is not going to threaten much. I guess he could set up the Trick Room though.
Definitely the Trick Room is threatened there, but we do know that Weavile has double flinch available to it. But of course the temptation here is you don't really want to leave the Smeargle alone.
Yes.
And you can boost quite freely because what are you being threatened by other than the Dark Void? Dialga, after Geomancy, is not going to do much damage to Flash Cannon if it does carry it. So even if it does get Trick Room up, Ericsson still has a few turns where Xerneas is kind of free to fire attacks off. As we do see Fake Out come out, I think it's onto the Dialga actually.
So doesn't want the Trick Room.
As Smeargle will go for his own Fake Out onto the Xerneas, so they do trade Fake Outs this turn.
Yeah, Weavile
but
does
Ericsson does have access to a second Fake Out with the Fling.
We do see Moody's speed increase here. So
Oh my goodness,
will
Smeargle
it
gets
outspeed-
speed, loses evasiveness, but
will it outspeed
I'm
the
not
Weavile?
sure it outspeeds Xerneas even. Because I believe these Smeargle sets are built to outspeed. Oh wait, no. They're built to outspeed Kangaskhan after +2. So yes, it will outspeed Xerneas.
But will it outspeed Weavile?
No, it won't.
So Weavile kind of pigeonholed into...
To fling in the Smeargle, he has
Yes.
no other option. And if
And-
Derek has turned his Smeargle in a different way, he might even outspeed Weavile, but I suspect not.
Well, so Xerneas free to get a free Geomancy
Geomancy.
here, and but Dialga at the same time free to set up Trick Room. And one suspects maybe Groudon at the back to threaten the Xerneas.
But we do know that he is special inclined.
Oh,
He
but
does
Xerneas
not going to want to handle it. It is going to be Groudon coming out early in the game. So trying to take advantage of Derek's Trick Room. Did Derek fall for it?
I think recognizing that Smeargle now has a speed boost, under Trick Room will be slower than the Groudon.
Yes. As the Desolate Land will kick in, and Weavile presumably is going to flank the Smeargle. Oh, but Smeargle goes before the Weavile. Not as slow as we thought. +2 speed doing wonders, and he's going to put both of Ericsson's Pokemon to sleep. Oh, wait. It lands on the Groudon, who has not taken a ton of sleep, and will land on the Weavile, who will take his first turn of sleep this turn. And Dialga is free to go for a move. Although Trick Room not going to get as much mileage as he could have, since Groudon is now on the field. And we do see Flash Cannon come out onto the Groudon.
No,
it is
onto the
Weavile.
Weavile.
It's going to be a one-hit KO, super effective. And Ericsson has lost. I suppose Weavile had done his job at that point.
Gets a defense boost, drops his accuracy. Okay. Well, Groudon is asleep, guaranteed to take first turn of sleep next turn, so won't be much of a threat. So Derek, what options are available for him here? Does he want to go for the Trick Room at all? Or does he just want to pile on damage? Maybe Smeargle just transform into Matthew's
I
own.
don't think at this point Derek has a Smeargle with Transform. We've seen White Guard, we've seen Fake Out, we've seen Dark Void. I really doubt there is a Transform to add to that mix.
Okay, we do see Whimsicott hit the field.
Another Pokemon weak to Flash Cannon, it should be pointed out.
Yes, and so shouldn't be really encoring the Dialga.
But we now do see that Ericsson didn't bring any Trick Room mode this game. Though he does have Tailwind on Whimsicott. And Smeargle will retreat, not wanting to go for the Dark Void on Whimsicott, predicting maybe a Safeguard, although we don't know whether Whimsicott carries Safeguard. And Barry will bring his own Groudon in. Ericsson only able to move for one Pokemon this turn, which is the Whimsicott. Is he going to go for the risky rolls again?
You mean the Grass Whistle?
He could
Or
be
the
Swagger as
Swagger.
well, yes.
That is true, yes.
He's going to go for Grass Whistle. He's going to get it.
Gets it on the Groudon. Ooh.
He will roll the 55% as Flash Cannon comes out onto the Whimsicott. I believe it is Sash.
Yes,
Yep, it
hangs
is.
on with the Sash there. He gets one more turn to roll the dice on Swagger or Grass Whistle. And yep, Groudon goes for his first turn of sleep.
So he does get a 55% roll. He needed to bail him out there. And now Ericsson has taken his first turn of sleep, but Derek's Groudon has not taken its first turn of sleep.
So Ericsson, Groudon primed to wake up to sweep both of Derek's Pokemon on the field here. Whimsicott on its last legs, just hoping, praying to the gods that, Grass Whistle hits again so that it might live to see another turn.
But now he's going for the Swagger onto the... Oh, it's onto his own Groudon? No!
No safeguard in play. Very, very risky here.
Well, Ericsson has realized that he's been bailed out of situations up to this point, and he's trying to get the roll to bail him out of this one as well.
Well, not such a bad position because I mean the confusion will wear off after a while. So he does have to weather the storm.
But he does not wake up this turn.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but how does the confusion mechanic work while the Pokemon is asleep? Will the confusion still tick down?
I'm not entirely clear on that, to be perfectly honest.
Okay, so we do see Xerneas hit the field, not really wanting to stare down the Steel type, but
it is a special attacking Steel type, and Xerneas is able to Geomancy before Dialga can move. So it's not a bad position because the decision from Derek is of course to press Trick Room, but you just give the Groudon free reign to sweep your own team. Yep. So Ericsson positioning himself quite well here. Both a fast and a slow Pokemon on the field to really limit Derek's options.
Well, if there's one thing that I observed, Matthew's Ericsson playstyle is just to sacrifice his first 2 Pokemon, leave last 2 to potentially sweep all of his opponent's Pokemon off the field.
Right.
So a very high risk, high reward play.
And Derek really going to be banking on Groudon to get a 1-turn sleep. If he does get it, it could change the entire battle. Because Dialga is kind of limited here. Flash Cannon is not going to do much to the Xerneas after the Geomancy, and Dialga really cannot touch Ericsson's Groudon at all. As we do see Geomancy go up, a free Geomancy for Ericsson, especially if Derek cannot wake up with his Groudon. Alright, so Geomancy will go off, giving Ericsson by far the fastest Pokemon on the field.
Will Groudon wake up? That is the key question.
Groudon does wake up, gets the Eruption off, not going to do much damage to the Geomancy boosted, but will do more than half to Ericsson's own Groudon. Oh, I lied, it cannot do half. And Ericsson's Groudon takes a 3rd turn of sleep. Well.
Oh, but Dialga sets up the Trick Room here, so if Matthew Ericsson's Groudon can wake up here, should be able to sweep.
Dangerous play there. If Dialga was planning to set up Trick Room, you really think that Derek should have tried to Earth Power the Groudon instead of going for the Eruption.
Yes, I mean,
because
now a 1-hit KO.
Now, yeah, it is possible, probably a 1-hit KO, and now he's staring at a 2 KOs for Ericsson's side of the field from a +2 Precipice Blades.
Yeah, it makes me kind of wonder why he went for the Eruption.
He tried to catch the Xerneas definitely, but the Geomancy was always going to happen, and now Groudon is guaranteed to wake up on Ericsson's side of the field and get off that +2 Precipice Blades.
Well, I'm not sure how the confusion works. It could still hit itself in confusion.
And Dialga will decide not to sacrifice itself, and Salamence will come in to get Intimidate to bring Ericsson's Groudon down to a more manageable level.
But it's a potential sweep here for Matthew.
As Xerneas will go for Protect here. And Ericsson will wake up. Ericsson does wake up. He is confused. Can he get the attack off? He does get Precipice Blades off. And it will land on Eric's Groudon. The rolls again working in Ericsson's favor.
Yep, a very clean KO there on Derek's own Groudon. And very key game. Actually, the Mans here, at this range, maybe a double edge onto Xerneas should be enough to pick off the KO.
Yes, and for Ericsson's own part, he does not have the options to get the 1-hit KO on Salamen's back. And Xerneas has already burned his Protect.
Yes.
So right now you wonder, what is the main threat?
Well, I do expect Derek to bring in the Smeargle.
Unfortunately though, I don't think Smeargle is... we'll see how the speeds shape up on the next turn. Because Derek does have Fake Out, to at least Fake Out the Groudon for the turn.
Yeah, maybe Matthew wants to go for a double Protect on the Xerneas.
I think he's forced to. He has no other option but to go for it.
I mean, ideally he should have gone for the attack on the Xerneas just now. Would have KO'd the Mans, taken a bit of pressure off, left Derek with just the Smeargle and the Dialga.
It was a questionable Protect considering what was on the field. The Dialga with the Flash Cannon and Special Attack not able to KO Xerneas.
Indeed.
And neither was the Groudon. Because Groudon, as we saw, Precipice Blades at this range, well, at that point you were banking on your Groudon to wait to hit through confusion anyway. In which case, your target should have been the Dialga slot.
Yep. So Matthew falling a bit short there. Not really, a bit hesitant to go all out.
Yeah, not really planning the turn ahead as much as he could have.
Well, will Derek be able to take advantage of that? And we do see Smeargle hit the field with a fresh Fake Out, Dark Void as well.
So we don't entirely know what the speeds are. Trick Room is up, but we know Ericsson has a slow Groudon. How slow is Derek's Smeargle? Which might not matter this turn because Smeargle does have access to Fake Out and Xerneas has already protected.
Yes, and Smeargle still full HP, holding on to that Focus Sash.
We don't know whether he has Focus Sash.
Okay, that is true, yes. We didn't see it brought down to his Sash in the previous games. You see a Mans goes Mega here.
Xerneas will go for the Protect, will get the double Protect. as Smeargle will fake out into the Groudon, but Ericsson has bought himself a turn with that double protect.
Yep, and Mans here goes for the double edge into the Xerneas protect. Special defense increase here.
Yeah, you wonder if Derek could have gone for a different play there because the double protect was so obvious that even if he hadn't gotten it, he might have still been better to go for the Groudon.
Yeah, indeed. I mean, at least some chip damage, Hyper Voice, hedge your bets a bit. Actually, no. I'm not sure. It's...
You wonder though, if Ericsson does have Rock Slide, this could get really, really frustrating for Derek.
Yeah, I guess a +1 Groudon shouldn't be able to get rid of the Mans.
But Smeargle, as we know, does have White Guard, so...
Oh, yes, that's true. But we did see...
Xerneas goes for a protect once again, and Groudon is still confused. And will get the Precipice Blades off. So Smeargle going to avoid the Precipice Blades, will go for Dark Void, will land it on at least one Pokemon. This could be the deciding turn for Derek.
Indeed. Oh, but Groudon
will hit, Xerneas will avoid, but I believe Double Edge is going into the Xerneas slot.
Yes, and Matthew
goes for Double Edge into the Xerneas. He's still awake, but now he has fainted. Groudon, having not taken his first turn of sleep, is vulnerable to Solomon's Double Edge, and this game could be sealed, especially since, as we know, Derek has access to White Guard.
Yes. I mean, we did see Precipice Blades.
So unless Ericsson is carrying either the Rock Tomb or the Stone Edge, he only has 5 punch to hit the Mans. Even at +1 in the sun, he's not going to do enough damage.
Yeah, and,
yes, 5 punch on Mans, not a good idea. As we were once found out by watching our good friend Ryan Chiang.
Well, yeah, Mans here, just 3 to 5 attacks. Smeargle just going for the Dark Void again.
He missed the Groudon actually. Double should go into the unprotected Groudon. Brings it down with the crit. Derek moves on to top 4 over Ericsson Marquez from the Philippines. Congratulations, Derek.
Yeah, a well fought set by Matthew. Arguably, he had the tools. I mean, the Xerneas did get the boost. Although the Trick Room did come to, you know, tip the scales a bit.
He will look back to that turn where Groudon woke up, fired off the attack through confusion, but he protected his Xerneas.
Yes.
Considering he had to bang his entire game on up to that point on Groudon attacking through confusion, in which case Xerneas was not under any threat that turn. Yeah, he should have gone for the attack.
I mean, the mentality for him is to go all in on this high risk, high reward, and that protect on Xerneas play was kind of counterintuitive to that play.
Yeah, it was definitely a reflex play. Xerneas with Geomancy, you have under Trick Room, your first instinct is I'm going to protect my Xerneas. Yeah. But Groudon covered everything on the field. Absolutely everything was covered by Groudon, except the potential man switch in, which Xerneas could have covered.
Yes, and punished especially.
Not to mention, if you expect to get 2 KOs that turn, I mean, you at most, the contingency you expect is you miss 1 Precipice Blades, and 1 attack lands on your Xerneas. It doesn't KO your Xerneas.
And you fire off an attack, and at the very least, you preserve your protect for the next turn.
Yes, that's the other point. You preserve your protect for the next turn when there are actual threats on the field.
Yeah, and then, although he did get the second double protect, I believe he went for the third and didn't get it.
Yes.
Yeah, so even more dice rolls coming in against Matthew's favor here. Yep.
Though as we saw, because he has still had 1 more Trick Room to go, in order for Ericsson to have pulled it off, he would have needed a 4th protect in a row, since Groudon had just fallen asleep.
Yeah, and even then, I think Derek could have played around a bit. The Mans does have the protect, the Smeargle with the sash has a one chance.
Don't know that, Justin. Okay. Oh, you get a chance to ask Derek that yourself. Derek is coming on for an interview, so we will be right back.
And we are here with the winner of the top 8. Derek, first of all, congratulations on your win. A very decisive set that you fought. First of all, I understand that you actually fought Matthew Ericsson in Swiss rounds before.
Yes, yeah.
Were there any information that helped you in the Swiss rounds, that you took from the Swiss rounds that helped you in this top card match?
It definitely helps me a lot because during the Swiss round, he has been swaggering throughout all my team, and we were dicing throughout the whole game, and it's very exciting.
But despite that, you did manage to pull through the Swiss, beating him, and you got on to beat him again in top 8. So congratulations. Were there any Pokemon on his team that you felt were very troublesome that you had to prioritize?
The most troublesome one I would say is the Meowstic, because Meowstic looks like the core of his team. He needs both Gravity, Trick Room, as well as the Safeguard plus Swag combo. So my intention last night was that tomorrow I can only let his Meowstic to survive at least just for 1 round. I cannot let him set up for at least 2 things. Once the 2 things is being set up, I have to go home already.
Okay, understand. And Matthew actually had a lot of tricks out his sleeve. I mean, did he show you the fling weave out in the Swiss rounds?
No, actually yesterday the only 4 he brought is just Mailstick, Kang, Groudon, and Whimsicott throughout the all 3 games.
So the weave out actually caught you off guard in the first turn with that.
That fling was
fling.
totally off guard. Yeah.
Alright then, I look forward to seeing more of your matches later on as you move on to the semi-finals. Well, Ericsson, you also fought very well, nothing to be ashamed of, and with that, we'll be moving on to, I believe, another top 8 finals.
Last of all, I would like to thank Bai Yuping from Taiwan and Cyrus All from Hong Kong, as well as the Jianzai from Taiwan, who actually talked to me last night. We actually theory the Pokemon together. So without their help, I don't think I will get into quarterfinal.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.